Hey guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to talk about Kaya Simon's life. She is back on YouTube, and her return video I thought had some interesting points, so I am going to react to some of it with y'all and just kind of bring things full circle. Since she is back and she's proceeding with her content, I figured that I could do this as a little bit of an update of sorts, and we're just going to have a little chat. So if you're interested, please keep watching. Right, you guys, so let's start at the top of her video. I feel like I have something in my eye. I don't know if it's a dog hair or a piece of mascara or what, but hopefully it'll sort itself out because I don't feel like getting up. So I will link other videos regarding Kaya in my description box in case you guys are like, I missed that part, who is this and why is this video here? There were a couple people on Instagram who sent me her video that, you know, she's back and she's proceeding with her coverage on Foodie Beauty. And my opinion on her return might not be exactly how everyone else is feeling about this, and parts of my opinions might even surprise some of y'all. But just keep in mind, I am here for people learning, growing, doing better, coming back and showing a more improved version of themselves. But I also think that there's a time and a place to maybe make some changes, and I think that she has missed some opportunities in this video, and I'm going to get into all of it. So here's the thing. The video is an hour and 21 minutes long. I'm obviously not going to keep y'all here for an hour and 21 minutes because my reaction would be much longer than that, and I'm very respectful of your all's time, so I want this to be digestible. I'm going to react to the first part where she discusses her break, and then the very end she talks about it for another minute or so, and in the middle she's critiquing all kinds of things about Foodie Beauty and things that Foodie Beauty is doing, things about lint traps and planners, and she does a little parody about Foodie Beauty. And I'm not going to include that in my reaction because to me it seems very trivial, and I think that I think the fact that she is still so heavily critiquing Foodie Beauty is one of her missed opportunities. So either way, let's start at the top, and then once we're done with the first section, I will talk about her continuing to cover Foodie and how I feel about that.
First off, I want to apologize to each and every one of you. I conducted myself terribly. I can admit that. I should have sat down, thought I did check the router, but I didn't want to leave y'all hanging any longer. So, I should have sat down, conducted my thoughts, got everything together, same as him. I admit we both conducted this poorly. I want to apologize to each and every one of you honestly. Honestly. I acted a fool. I really genuinely did. I said some things, I was mean to people, I went all out emotions. And I really should have sat back, and I lost it. I lost it. So I want to apologize. Now, does that make the situation any better? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Does it excuse the fact that it was years ago?
I really like that she's taking so much accountability on the way that she treated subscribers that were let down, upset, frustrated, all of the above, because that was one of my biggest criticisms during all of this playing out over the summer, was the fact that she was getting so irate with people who were upset that she was exposed for basically being a, you know, a apologist because her boyfriend or partner's info was leaked to the public and he had a very egregious criminal history, and people didn't like that, and they, you know, sounded off like, how dare you try to hold other people accountable like Foodie Beauty, call her out for her bad behavior when you are literally living with somebody who is a registered SO. She talks later in this video about connections and how, subscribers get connected to creators and all of that kind of stuff. And that is true. That's also why her being upset at them for being let down was just so unnecessary. You're snapping at people because your information was exposed. When you're sitting here trying to hold somebody like Foodie Beauty accountable, everything comes to light and you're mad at people for being so let down. It was the hostile nature of her reaction. So far so good. Let's keep going.
No. What I'm going to say is, I was not with him. Do I conduct what happened? No. Has he genuinely changed his life? 100. I would not be here. We have both turned our lives around. We have did that together.
I think she meant, do I condone what happened? No. But she's also been with him for ages. Do with that information what you will.
He has worked on himself. I have worked on myself. We've helped each other work on ourselves together. So, I'm not hiding from anybody. I had COVID. I went to a different state. A family member was sick. I haven't been in hiding. I've got a guinea pig. I've got to move all the Christmas stuff, which obviously that'll be on tomorrow. I'm loaded up with Christmas stuff over here. Everybody's Christmas. And I got to move this dresser out of here and put the guinea pig cage in here. Guinea pig is at grandma's. She loves it to death. Yes, and I will say that, as Neb is saying, you can ask me things. We can discuss it nicely.
She claims that she wasn't hiding, which obviously, you can either take that or leave it. But could you have imagined if she tried to come back when all of this was playing out and everybody was making their response videos and all of that? Like, I do think that the break was intentional. Now, did she probably have other stuff happen in her life, like what she just explained? Sure. But I also don't think that the initial break was her. I do think that was her kind of taking time off the platform. And if you want to call it hiding, then, whatever. But I think that it was intentional. But whatever, let's keep going.
Dwell on this forever? No. No. If you want to ride with me, great. Here's another thing I keep seeing in the community, minus me. Watch whoever y'all want to watch. I've always said that. I've always said that. I've always said that. Watch who you want to watch. Point blank, period. I learned a lot through this. There's so much I want to tell y'all, but I don't want to throw people under the bus. I do really appreciate Monty for letting me come on his platform and talk. Now, does that mean Monty condones what happened? No. I want to also thank Miami. A lot of people came at Miami after this and said, Miami was just asking questions. Whether it would be the questions you would ask, whether it would be the questions, you wanted to hear, she was just voicing herself. So, great to see everybody. So, if you're just here, if you're lurking, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. Is this hard? Damn straight it is. Has this been one hell of a road? And probably did I get what I deserve? Absolutely. I've had people come out the woodwork and be nice to me that I thought. And I've had people, even before this, that were snakes in the grass, that I thought were here for the channel, and they weren't here for the channel. There's some things that were said to me that have nothing to do with the situation, that I've never... How do I say this without throwing people under the bus? I don't know.
When you say that they were snakes in the grass, and I thought they were here for the channel and all of that kind of stuff, people are there for your channel, but if you're exposed for being a terrible person, and if you're... if the skeletons that you have in your closet are exposed, you can't expect somebody to co-sign that kind of past. There should not be some sort of expectation of, okay, well, this has come to light, and if you're going to choose to not support me because of this, then you're a snake. I don't agree with that. I think that it is kind of unfair to call people who made their choice on what kind of people they want to support on YouTube snake behavior or sketchy behavior. I do think that there are snakes on every social media platform. That's very obvious. But if somebody supports you for the image that you are putting out, and then your skeletons come out and they say, hey, I don't like that. I don't want to be a part of somebody who is living with an SO. I don't enjoy that, so I am signing out and I'm going to give my opinion on the way out. That doesn't make them a snake. I would consider myself in that boat with people who liked Kaya, would watch, some of her videos, and when the truth came out, why would I continue to support somebody when all of this has come to light? What kind of person would that make me look like? I'm not here to condone bad people. And if you're proven to be a bad person, I have every right to sign out and state my opinions publicly. That doesn't make people snakes. That just makes people that are making the decision that aligns with their own values.
I don't know if some people believe this, but when I talk about recovery, it's not a joke. It's not a game. For the people saying that, I really hope that this puts you back on the dark path. No. He's always been upfront with me from the get-go. I have friends, I have family members. People that I'm close with, people I'm in contact with, I tell them this up front. If I have a new neighbor, if I have a friend, I tell them this from the get-go.
So she's reiterating, I knew what I was getting myself into, and I am okay spending my life with a registered SO. I know what I'm doing here. As far as the recovery thing, she's going to get more into it. Don't go after people's recovery. Don't do that. That's not fair. Don't take somebody's recovery and be like, oh, well, I hope that, I hope this sends you on a dark path. I hope that you, fail in your recovery because of this. Like, that to me is completely unfair to say. For me, that falls in the same category as and bullying and all of that kind of stuff. Like, don't do that. You can give people criticism and not say a single word about them relapsing in their recovery. That is not fair.
It's not a secret. It's not all my family knew from the get-go. All my friends know from the get-go. If I move next to somebody, my friends that have kids, I tell them this up front because this does affect somebody's life. And if I choose to be with that person, then it affects my life too. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I know that doesn't make it better. I'm not saying that. But I'm sorry how this unraveled. And I'm not saying erase everything that, the slate's clean. I get it. I acted an ass. He acted an ass. We both acted a complete fool. We both said things that if we could take back, we absolutely would. But when you see people that, I'm attached to some of you guys, and then you see the person that you're with and it all gets construed, this YouTube thing was never his. This is my thing. He never ever wanted to be a part of this. Even if he didn't have his past, he has his own things going on because he has truly changed his life. So this was never his thing. And he did write that apology. And yes, he did type that out on his phone about 50 times. I didn't sit here with him.
So what she's saying is everyone in her real life knew and she would tell them, but she just didn't want YouTube knowing because she probably realizes that it would look extremely hypocritical because of the kind of content that she makes for her to be sitting in that boat and be ragging on somebody like Foodie Beauty for every little minuscule thing under the sun while she is sitting on this side. So she knows that people would have seen it as very hypocritical, and that's why she obviously is going to try to keep this secret until she couldn't keep it a secret anymore and it was exposed.
I didn't sit here in this room while he went over it. I didn't look over his shoulder while he wrote that. I told him, hey, everybody hates me. You don't even have to do it. He said, no, I owe that to them, for you. I know they hate me, but I know how much you care about them. I'm doing it for you and them. They may not believe me.
The entire response was very dismissive. It was very irate. It was very hostile. It was very much, I'm mad that I got caught and now I have to deal with this. That was the energy. It was not a, I am sincerely sorry for all of this. And that was the problem. It was not just that it was exposed, it was the response. And I'm glad that she's focusing on that because that was my, like I said, that was one of my biggest takeaways, was just the way that it was responded to and handled, not just the thing itself, but everything that surrounded the thing.
They already hate me, but I'm doing it. I said, all right, you don't have to. No matter what you say at this point, it's really probably not going to mean anything. And he said, no. He sat in this room for hours and hours and hours. And he said, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm nervous. Click end. Start again. Start again. Oh, start again. What? I said, it's up to you. If you want to.
But this statement that he wrote and read and retyped 50 times or whatever, the reason that people didn't take that is because that felt like a let me clean up the mess from unleashing all of this, nastiness on everybody on that one live stream where, they victim blamed and they said a hoe was going to be a hoe. Remember all of that? That's why when that statement came from him, people were like, this is stupid. This sucks. This is not sincere. We heard how you feel in that initial live stream.
Put it up, cool. If you don't, it's up to you. But if you rock with me, if you don't, great. But I do apologize. And if I could change it around and conduct myself and conduct himself, I absolutely would. Now, will I tell you a learning lesson about this? Absolutely. It's a word. I should know this already. Like I said, there were people that came out the woodwork for me that I thought hated me. But then the people that I had their back that I thought would be with me, there was a couple people that were with me, and then once they see, oh, I gotta go now that everybody else. I'm gonna tell you one thing I've noticed in this community. And I know that I'm banished bitch from the community. That's fine. But do what you want to do.
Yes, because people are not obligated to stand next to somebody that they don't approve of that person's values. And you showed your values to, people. Your values were exposed, and those people have every right to check out. They do not owe you loyalty or silence or support when the receipts were all presented. This is not something that was like a hearsay rumor and people are running wild with it. We saw everything front and center. Nobody is obligated to continue to support you when you have been exposed as an SO apologist. Period.
Watch who you want to watch. And I've always said that. It's not that deep. It is just getting wild out here. I don't want to see people cry. I
think the expectation, though, is do what you want to do, watch who you want to watch, and keep your negative opinions quiet. We all know that we can watch who we want to watch and support who we want to support. I've talked for years about YouTubers expecting subscribers to pick a side when they have a falling out with another creator. It's like, oh, y'all have to pick a side, and if you don't pick my side, then you're being a bully, like all of this very adolescent, immature stuff that happens online. We all know that, but I think, this is my opinion, the expectation with Kaya is do what you want to do, but don't say any nasty comments because then I'm going to still show you how upset I am. She does it in this video. There are a couple of comments that come through the live stream, and they are, being snarky and they're not in her favor. And she really gets upset. And if you truly are just like unbothered and you're trying to move forward, why not just ignore those comments? You are showing them that you very much do care about what people are still saying.
I see people hurt. I don't think it's cute to make people squirm and you're canceled. You're da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's not cool to me. My motive here, it's not money. I've been going for months. I'm fucking fine like I was. My motive, not...
When you have an accountability-based channel where you're calling out the inconsistencies and lies and toxicity of other creators like Foodie Beauty, when you're, when the truths about your life are exposed, no matter if it's early on, midway, if you've been on the platform for 8 years, it doesn't matter. It makes you look very hypocritical because of the level of petty that has been shown through Kaya's content. Very focusing on little microscopic inconsistencies and issues with Chantel, like in this same video, how she goes on this whole tangent about laundry, a laundry lint trap.
I was doing laundry the night she had that planner. Change, did you guys know that there's this thing and you're supposed to change that once a month? I'm like, dude, that is a fine... Okay, let me tell you a little something about me. Welcome, Cece. If the rest of the world ain't doxed everything else, I'll tell you this myself. One thing about me. Yes, I have 3 dogs. I do not like lint. I think I've told y'all this, or if you've seen on hauls. It drives me nuts stray, like, like when you get a new shirt and there's a string. That is one thing about me. I could be covered in dog hair, but I do not like lint, stray hairs, and strings. Right on, Succubus, good to see you. And yes, and if I do not reply, make sure it goes through. Every load, I take that out. I've got my dogs. I'm like, every month. There's just something about, like, I like that out and a new fresh load to go in. Exactly. It's not even if it's bad, I'll still take it out. I take it, look, I have a screw. Well, I think it's part of like a drill bit. And there's this thing around mine and it's got like a lip. So I have a special drill bit that I go around the edge with and I get all, I don't know what it is. I could be covered in dog hair and I'm used to it. It's like, I just feel like I don't know what it is. I don't know what, I love it, Sensi, me too. I just it feels like everything's clean and like, I'm like, how in the hell have you went almost 40 years and every month? Dude, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm a laundry fanatic. My family even gets on me. They're like, God, dog, like, how, I've always got dog blankets. I mean, there's always something to wash when you got 3 dogs. So I'm thinking, you had your cats with Pete's. Think about that. Those were long hair cats. How much that in a month would get clogged up?
Like the lint trap on your dryer and how you're supposed to change it clean it out every time. And Chantel only cleans it out once a month. And it's this whole thing. So it's just like, really, you want to focus on this minuscule stuff and you want to get upset at Chantel for the people whom she has in her community. But then all of your stuff comes to light and you're calling it cancel culture. When the fact of the matter is it's simply people who do not like what they are seeing and they are choosing to step out. And like I said, they have every right to say, I don't like this. This is why, and this is how I feel about Kaya. That's the internet.
His motive, not any motive. The only thing I wanted to do was come. No, no. What I did was, right quick, I'm glad you brought that up, Succubus. I unmodded everybody because we had a rogue mod that was a snake that wasn't even here before all this. They were a spy for somebody else. Yeah, before this even popped off, they were a spy all along for somebody else. So I unmodded everybody, and plus I thought, I didn't want any of y'all getting static, and I thought,
how are you a spy as a mod? I don't really understand that. Like, yeah, being a mod, like you have some, I guess, control over what you can do on someone's channel, but it's not like you can hack into their entire account unless you're sharing your Google password with your mods, which is extremely stupid. I don't understand, like, spies and snakes and all of this kind of stuff. To me, this seems like a lot of conspiracies that are trying to write off people who simply didn't like what was exposed about Kaya.
Let me unmod everybody and then we'll go from there. But yeah, so somebody all along, I always kind of thought in my mind, are they here for me? They dip in, they dip out. No, Jaden. They dip in and I thought, yeah, they got a lot going on with their life. It's cool. But they weren't here for me all along. So, no, I'm good, Brett. I just want to get it all out and, you know, just get it all out. Just what's on my mind, what I've been wanting to tell y'all, I just want to get it out. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether people try to spin this around and pluck from this and pluck from that. When I did that nugget thing, that wasn't to troll you guys. I had been cleaning that day and I thought, you know, I'm sitting here.
So she can get everything out, but when people share their opinions, if they're not in favor or she finds them even in the least bit critical, then they still get lashed out. And we'll see in this video that she is still very upset with people who don't like her and want to voice it.
Nope. You have some never. Why are you back? I don't know, Whiplash. Why are you here? Oh, I'm assuming that means nerve, not never. I don't know. Why are you here? Anyways, it's just so like, she's so, Whiplash, why are you here? And Nerva what? It's a free country. Free country, bud. Free country. If you don't want to be here, then don't. That's all I'm going to say. I'm in my own little circle, toodaloo boo, toodaloo. And I'm eating some nuggets, and I kind of just wanted to say hi. It wasn't to test the waters. It wasn't let me troll them with some nuggets. It wasn't that deep. I see people just plucking. Well, I think the nugget video was her just testing the waters and her just, it was me simply, hey, I've been cleaning. Hey, how's everybody doing? Check in. I'm going to try this sauce. That's all it was. But I will say this. Just be careful.
The nugget video, in my opinion, I felt like it was her testing the waters. I'm allowed to have that opinion. I watched the video. That's what I walked away with. A lot of other people thought the same thing.
Who you think, and this is the whole internet space, who you think is a friend to you, and who, it looks good, Moo, did you see? It's going, oh, my third eye is going. I did do some productive stuff. No, it was getting bigger, and it was kind of starting to, like, mess with my vision. But, yeah, my third eye's gone, so that's good. But, so, I will say this. Be careful who you talk to, and be careful who you trust. One of the best people on here, I'm not going to mention their name, they were in here every day, all night, every day. I'm your buddy, I'm your buddy. You know what, Kaya? People like you is why the world's up. People like you addicts, is ruins my stuff. Excuse me? First off, we ain't even in the same state. Second off, why you hanging out with me night and day, stream? And you're messaging me that, telling me my whole chat that some are recovering addicts, that we're the worst people in the world. I learned a lot through this. Excuse me. I learned a lot through this. I did. Some good, some bad. But I'm going to take what I learned through this.
I don't understand what she's talking about there. Again, if it's somebody who is upset about what was exposed, but then they are attacking her sobriety, disagree with that. But again, it goes back to, yeah, somebody could be in your chats every single night and very vocal about supporting your channel. And if they see something that, in their opinion, is egregious and very hypocritical, they are not obligated to continue to support you. And that doesn't make them a snake or somebody who is sketchy or somebody who is a spy. Just makes them somebody who liked you, and then they decided they didn't like you because you were exposed as an SO apologist. And some people might have not even checked out of her channel because of the SO apologist part, but like I said, the way that she responded to everything and the way that she was lashing out on everybody in that initial live stream.
And boy, oh boy, it was tough. But I guess everything happens for a reason. So I got nothing to hide. Everything's out. I'm still clean. I don't have to go in a program. I choose to go to a program. And person, I hear you out there saying that. Why do you hide so much? You know who you are that keeps saying. You know who I'm talking to. You know exactly who you are. I don't know what your problem is with me, but I can piss in a cup, can you? And it's not California clean. If I want to smoke or eat some gummies, cool. Quit trying to spin the narrative. Quit that shit. Not cool. People don't do that in recovery to others. The gloves are off, my friends. The gloves are off. The gloves are off. I don't know what this person has for me or what this person is threatened by me, but that's a low blow to say, I think that person's getting high. Well, let me tell you something. I didn't through all that, Buttercup. So beat it. This was my jam. He has his own shit going on. He does man stuff. Legal man stuff. He does man stuff. So it was never, I don't want a couples channel. I don't want to, here, come try this cookie with me. Let's bake cookies together. This was my thing. This was never his jam. So it wasn't, that was never my plan to incorporate him into this. He does his thing. He's got his own things going on. This was my thing. This was my thing. This is my time to kick a rug, hang out, chit chat, snack, drink our little drinks, cut a rug, cut the shit, shoot the shit, watch our little soap operas. This is my time. I'm not like Foodie. I don't need somebody crammed up my tail 365 days a week. I don't need that. When you're secure in your relationship, you can say, hey, go hang out with your buddies. Go play pool. Go fishing. I'll be here when you get back. Toodaloo, boo.
What is legal man stuff? I don't really think that a lot of people care what he's doing current day. People were upset at what was exposed and the way that it was reacted to, the way that it was handled. And the fact that Kaya is now still sitting on her channel current day calling people snakes because they decided to check out of her channel and voice their frustrations on their way out. Or maybe some even made a video. I mean, what else do you expect? Like, that is, it's pretty bad, the things that came to light regarding who she is spending her life with. And the way that, you know, all of the little things that were said in that live stream. Again, I'll link that video down below in case y'all missed it, but it was an awful way to respond to things. And then it was like, oh shoot, okay, the truth was exposed. We lashed out on everyone. We called children hoes and victim blamed everything to sweep it under the rug. And then he comes on with this sorry ass video. And then she comes back months later with the chicken nugget thing, and now she wants to come back to talking about Foodie Beauty. Again, I want to make it really clear that I am here for second and third chances, but I just don't know if I just don't know if the things that Kaya is delivering make sense for me personally. I'm not saying it has to be like that for everyone, but like, I agree with some of the stuff that she is saying in this video, and I like the accountability that she's taking, but then it's still like being mad at people for voicing that they don't support her, and calling people who aren't for the channel snakes, and then continuing to pick apart Foodie Beauty, where in my opinion, I think that this would have been a really great opportunity to take a break, rebrand your entire channel, and come back with a new form of content that is not picking apart the most minuscule things about Foodie Beauty. The idea of it not being a couples channel, cool. I get that, totally understand. But again, it was the way that she responded to everything. It was the discounting, denying, and still calling people a bunch of snakes. Like, I don't get it. We're almost through the part, and then she's going to talk about Foodie Beauty, and then we'll cover the very end of the video.
Have to stand up for me. I know it's going to be a hell of a ride. I know that everybody hates me. But you know what? Half the people didn't like me anyways. Let's be real. I do want to say this. I know that Yaba absolutely hates my guts and wouldn't piss on me right now, but I do want to say condolences for her loss. I do. That is terrible. I know everybody hates my guts, but I do want to say, you know, that's a pretty sad situation. Watch who you want to watch, y'all. Talk to who you want to talk to, and I've always said that from the get-go. So I'm really not saying anything different. You know, I've always stood by that, so what we're not going to do, you know, we're going to move on. If you want to be here, that would be great. If you're lurking, I appreciate you just lurking, and I don't care who doesn't like me. I don't care who thinks I'm a scumbucket. And you know what, Capone? That's a situation, too, that is shitty, because there's so many people that I want to call out right now. So many people, but I'm not going to do that. It did cross my mind, but I'm not going to do that. And that's what people don't understand is, you know, the Capone situation. That was a shitty situation. It really was. And that's why when you came in here, that everybody's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make somebody feel uncomfortable. Go where you want. Hell, you could have been anywhere that day looking for something, or I don't know. But I'm not going to do that to people. I'm not going to do that. You might have a person in somebody's, you might not even like that creator. I'm not talking about Nobody Pacific right now.
Okay, so she continues to go off about watch who you want to watch. It ain't that deep. I don't care who hates me. And then this comment comes in. Watch how she reacts to this little comment, literally just because somebody said scams.
Bally, what in the flying fuck are you talking about? Please find another community to scam. Bally, I don't know what, I need you to, you're the last person that should be trying to give me advice. Did we just read that? Do we need to get out our rose-colored glasses? Bally, I don't know what the fuck you got going on right now, but it's Christmas Eve and ain't nobody scamming nobody. And I know you ain't telling me nothing. You might need to sit back and evaluate your life. I'll take advice, but not from you. Set your ass down, Bally. 1 minute you liked my ass even before this, and 1 minute you didn't. So have a seat. Have maybe two. You know what, Bally? You might need a cup of tea and take your ass to bed. Good night, y'all. I'll take advice, but damn, come on, Bally. Jesus, God, y'all. I forgot. I'm telling you, Angela, I forgot. First off, I want to say this. But let's go with what Bally was talking about. I'm banished from the community. I'm the banished bitch. Screw the banished beezers. I'm the banished bitch, okay? I'm in my own lane over here. I'm going to talk about Foodie if I want to talk about Foodie. I don't need anybody to... Okay, I'm not part of the group. I get it.
So, obviously, you do care about what people are saying. Here's my thing. If you're running a live stream, and I haven't streamed in freaking ages. It's been probably about 3 years since I did a stream. But if you're in a stream and you get one single comment that is somebody who's saying something that you disagree with, or you know is, you know, a crock of shit, like, and if you truly don't care, why not just ignore that comment and continue engaging with the people who are supporting your channel and are being positive and stroking your ego, or, you know, giving you all the peace, love, and positivity that you're asking for? You just said you don't care, and then you lash out on somebody simply because they said go find another community to scam.
Was banished a long time ago. Banished Bally. The hell? Bally, you might need to take a break like me and evaluate life. Who are we scamming, Bally? I've been going for months, love. Welcome, Scott. Capone, I don't know where that came from, though. I don't know what am I scamming? I've been going for months, so if I was down bad, I wouldn't be on here drinking tea and shooting the shit. And y'all, it never seems to fail. Like Angela said, there's always one in the group. All right, so let's cut the BS.
All right, so then she gets into, she's got this cranberry vanilla tea from Celestial Seasonings. Like, honestly, don't care about that. And then she goes off on Chantel with this Parody and the planner and the laundry lint trap thing. So I'll include little clips of that.
Laundry? Oh, yes. Okay, switch out the laundry. Oh, washer and dryer. Oh, yeah, Christmas shopping. Yes, Christmas shopping. I was like, what are you doing?
It's really whatever, Foodie Beauty gets Kaya's channel views. Like, people that are subscribed current day to her channel are there for the Foodie coverage. And she knows that. She knows that covering Foodie is going to get the clicks and the views. But as I said, I personally think that this would have been a really good opportunity to show people I'm not just here to chase views by using Foodie Beauty. I want to rebrand my channel, do a whole new different kind of content, and stop picking on Foodie because I've done that for long enough. It's time to move on to something else. So I don't know. I think that it was a missed opportunity. I think that it was an opportunity to make a return and not look hypocritical. But instead we get, basically almost an hour, call it 45 minutes of nitpicking the shit out of Foodie Beauty. Talking about playgrounds and sweaters. It's just really weird to me. But let's go to the end of the video and hear what she said to close it out.
And get back on track. Listen, thank you all for being here. Thank you lurking in the background. I know that people are probably some are afraid to type, or probably some are just testing out the waters. And, like I said, here's the deal, even with me. Go where you want to go. You're a grown adult. Just do you. It's just getting way too much, like, cattiness. It's too much. I don't even want to be, like, I've told y'all that from the get-go. If you want to, wherever you, it's life. This is our little entertainment. It's not that fucking serious. Go wherever you want to go. Watch who you want to watch. Comment where you want to watch, honestly. And here, I know, heads up, I know what it's going to be like. Oh my God, she's back. She just thinks she can weasel her way back in. Look, I apologize for how things went down. If I could take it back and fix it, I truly would. But I'm moving on. I am not the person I was yesterday. I am not the person I was years ago. He is not the person he was years ago. And if I felt that way...
Some of it is not that serious, and I understand that, but what was exposed and the way that it was responded to was, in fact, very serious. If there's one thing that people... I would say most of us agree on, it is that SOs are a huge problem in our society. And anyone who's going to stand next to an SO and say that, oh, it was so long ago, oh, this, oh, that, these girls wanted to do that, oh, a hoe's going to be a hoe, and that kind of stuff, that part is very serious, and that's why this blew up in Kaya's face the way that it did. Could have been handled a completely different way. And it took her, 5 months? 4 or 5 months to come back and deliver this video to say, I handled that absolutely wrong. I was 100% wrong. He was wrong. But we had to wait months for it.
Believe me, I do not have to be here. I was fine before I met him. I will be fine in case, God forbid, anything would happen to us. He is his own man. I am my own woman. He has his own finances. I have my own finances. I am here because I want to be here. If I did not want to be here, I think most y'all know me. And if you think I would be here if I didn't want to be, then you don't know me. I've always had my own spot. I've always had my own bank account, my own car, whatever the case may be. I've always had my own shit. I don't need anybody for anything. I am with somebody because I want to be. So... do you do what makes you happy? And yes, people do deserve second chances. I'm not saying a rapist. I'm not saying a killer. But it was a fucked up situation, and am I condoning it? Absolutely not.
So what she's saying is she is not there because she's being coerced or pressured to be there. She is 100% good with the person that she's choosing to spend her life with. Despite his egregious past, she is good. So the few people over the summer that were saying, oh, well, maybe there is a pressure being applied, Kaya has said numerous times that is not the case. And she said it here again. A pimp of children does deserve second chances. That is what she is saying.
But I do apologize, and I'm going to move on. And I thank each and every one of you here in the chat, even if you're just hanging out listening to me, even if you're just hanging out in the background, thank you for being here. Thank you for the replay watching this. And everybody's welcomed here. Like I said, you can ask me questions if it's respectful. If it's not, then it's, I don't have time for it. I love you guys. Have a Merry Christmas. I'll get this situated. I don't know if we'll be back on tomorrow, but maybe depending how things go. I got to do Christmas with Graham, do Christmas with the dogs. I have to go to another family member, so thank you, Argotti. And maybe we'll see. But if not, we're going to get back on track. Like I said, I got a new phone coming. And so if you're watching this now and the replay, it's not going to be all weird. And like I said, guys,
be respectful or you're going to get a tongue lashing from Kaya and be blocked from her channel. I want to give you guys my comment section to have a conversation about this because I struggle with some of this because yes, like it wasn't her who committed the crimes. And like I said, I believe in, a certain period of time goes by and you see a totally different person and they're just not that, they are not who they were years ago within reason. Like I said, there's always conditions to everything. But I really struggle because Kaya had the opportunity to speak to her community several times. And it took us 5 months to get to the point where she is sitting here saying, I really messed up and I had the opportunity. And instead of talking about it like this, there were phrases like a hoe's going to be a hoe, and these girls asked for it, they wanted it, they knew what they were doing, and that was not that long ago. So I'm not sure. I'm a little bit I have numerous feelings about this, and I'm also trying to sit in the middle and understand that yes, people deserve second chances, but I just have a lot of issues with this entire situation as a whole, and the fact that she is coming back and trying to hold Foodie Beauty accountable, I think is a little bit of a joke. So either way, I hope she, does better. I hope that she has learned from this, and anyone coming for her sobriety, don't do that. You don't have to come for someone's sobriety. She has done nothing to, in my eyes, she has done nothing to raise those concerns as for people to speculate on that. So critique what she has actually been doing. Let's not attack people's sobriety. That's not fair. But either way, I wanted to give you guys this comment section as a way to have a conversation about Kaya and her return. Tell me how you feel. Am I way off? Am I spot on? Do you agree with some of it, not all of it? I'm really interested to hear from you guys on this because, like I said, I think it's very complex and I have a lot of thoughts, but that's what I'm going to do for now. So if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.